Alright guys, this is going to be a demo for Milestone 1, so if you guys would like to follow along, feel free to. I'm just going to be going through the process, and if you guys have any problems, just raise your hand in the classroom and let me know and I'll come help you. But otherwise, this should be a supplement to helping you guys kind of walk through this process of what we're talking about. Now, I have the foresight of knowing what we're doing, so I already have here in my Milestone 1 folder, I have first initial last name underscore milestone 1 is the folder. I have my source folder here, and I already have my two images. So I'm starting a bit ahead of you guys. Take a minute, get caught up to where I'm at, and then feel free to resume the video. So what I'm going to do first is, actually let me go here. So what I'm going to do is click and drag on this and drag it into Photoshop. And Photoshop is thankfully smart enough that it will recognize that I'm trying to open this image. It will also open it at the correct scale, so width, height, and color space should be RGB. And I'm vamping here because there it goes. Okay. Didn't want to have to vamp just because of this. All right. So first thing I'm going to do, I mentioned transparency earlier, but what that functionally means for this is that I want to have this be transparent. So when I erase this with the eraser tool, I don't end up with green or whatever my color is. Let me set that to default. I end up with these pixels, right? I want to see these, or this grid here indicating to me that this is something that is separate from there. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to grab the magic wand tool right here, and I'm going to go ahead and set the point sample tolerance to, let's say 50. We'll uncheck or check contiguous. And what I'm going to do is see how, this is something I couldn't really show you guys in the image, but or in the previous demo. But see how if I hold down shift and kind of select over parts of this guy, I'm adding them to the selection. So when I switch over here with Q to get to the quick mask mode, you can see that I've got most of this guy selected pretty quickly, right? And I'm not too worried about being super accurate here. Because I'm just going to come back. This is like a base selection, right? Yeah, I was a little worried about that. So this is good enough. This gives me most of the guys selected, so now I can just quickly go through. And what I'll do, again, we're going to erase the borders here. So I'm just going to real quickly kind of zap some of these areas and clean this up. Some areas like this right here, I'm going to switch to the brush tool. This is why it's really good to learn keyboard commands for these tools, is so that you can kind of quickly jump back and forth. I don't want you guys just to get good at the tools, I want you to also be fast with them, right? And so I'm just going to switch back and forth, make sure that I'm getting kind of a good outline of this guy, nothing too... just kind of cleaning up, cleaning up the selection that happened earlier, and just kind of refining what I have so that I have a good outline. But it doesn't need to be like super pixel perfect. Oops, actually that strap needs to get filled in right here. So this process will probably take a couple minutes. If you know what you're doing, feel free to skip ahead. But I'm just going to be going through here, kind of cleaning all this up and getting the best outline I can. Fully recognizing that, like, a lot of this is going to be... You're not going to see that, most of this detail once we convert this over to being Entourage. So some things like right here, I'll probably go in and add that, but I'm not super worried if, like, well, maybe I'll get like that right there. But I'm not too worried if like some of the selection comes out a little jagged. I'm not too worried about, like the way that this looks right here. Oops. I'll maybe just do that, clean up his chin. And that right there is a good enough selection for me, right? He's more or less accurately selected. And I'm actually going to come in here. We'll just add that little thing right there. Do that just to kind of get that a little bit cleaner. All right, so once I've done that, I could, well, there's a couple different ways you could do it. One way would be to do select and select inverse. So I selected him, but if I do inverse, now everything else except him is selected, and I can hit the delete key, and that'll erase everything else around me. That's a pretty simple way to do that. Another way that you, I suppose, could do it would be, get back to this point, would be to create a new layer, copy him from here with Control C, put him on the new layer with Control V, and you effectively end up with the same thing. So once I've done that, let's see. Before I do anything else, I'm going to save this. So we're going to go back to our main folder here, and this is going to be Entourage 1 before I do any big edits. And then once that's done, I'm going to go ahead and delete the original layer that's there. I don't need that anymore. All I need is him. I'm going to do Control A, hit V to get the move tool, and give it a little wiggle. And you can see that it kind of just reselected what was on this layer. So I'm going to snap him in a little bit in this corner, and then I'm just going to adjust him down a little tiny bit, and then do a selection across here with the marquee tool, image, crop. So now it's just the pixels that make up him are affected. That's just kind of cleaning up the image is all that was. I'll again select all, hit the move tool, give him a little wiggle. And then now, making sure I'm on default right here. I'm just going to go to max brush size, completely draw over him, and then that lets me see that I do in fact have a little spot here that could be cleaned up. So we'll go ahead and just draw over that. I'll draw over some of these edges right here, that spot, because I want to get him to be a solid edge here. I don't want him to have holes in him, you know what I mean? Those holes are fine, I guess, but I'm gonna just clean that up. And that's good enough. That's all I'm looking for this demo, okay? So once you've got your person cleaned up, go ahead and save. And then what I'm gonna do, I'll go ahead and close this. I will drag my space file back in here. And so this is the one I grabbed. This was just a generic coffee shop. And then what I'm going to do is I will drag the person in here. And he came out kind of small. You guys might want to make sure you grab a slightly higher resolution image. And I'm going to place him in here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, all right, I kind of want him, say I want him back here because there's not a lot of stuff here and the menu isn't super critical. So I think he'd be fine right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scale him down. Make sure you hold shift. Don't scale unproportionally. Hold down shift. And what I'm going to do is just kind of, you know how your hip is generally about the height of a counter, right? That's a good work surface height. So what I'm trying to do right now is I'm just going to scale him so that if he was, say, right here, if he was flat, if his foot was flat on the floor right there, then how high or how tall would he be? And I'm just going to shrink him down to kind of right there, right? So if we were talking about two people in this space, and let me just do this real quick to show you what I'm talking about. So if we had another person behind the counter, and then a person where the guy I just put in here is, that would look about right, correct? So I'm just going to kind of put him here. And we'll, since I did it, we'll go ahead and leave this guy right here. And then for both of them, let me rasterize this guy too. Okay, so I've got both of them in here. I'm going to select both of them, and I'm going to turn their opacity down to about 40 to 50%, right? So you can see that there's people in here, but they're not obstructing anything really. The only other issue that I have is that this guy right now is now behind these chairs. So with his layer selected, I'm going to grab the eraser and just kind of clean all this up so that he physically appears behind the chairs and isn't blocking them and kind of looking out of order in here. So we'll just do this. And let's see, oh yeah, that's the rest of the chair. Okay. So we've got him blocked out from that chair that would be physically in front of him. So that kind of improves his makes him look more realistic in the space. For the other guy here, hit V, click on this layer, and I'm going to do the same thing up here, where I'm just going to kind of remove this card reader and this workstation right here. Just bouncing back and forth between the two editing tools. All right, so there we go. That's got this space, and he's kind of a bit tall. They're both a bit tall. I could probably take him down another 6 inches, or maybe this is just tall people coffee shop. Okay, so once I've done that, file, save as, and then back in the main folder here, this is going to be first initial last name, final. Yep. And then as a Photoshop document, hit save. Don't worry about that. And so here we go. So I have my folder with Milestone 1. I have the source folder with the 2 images in it. I have the entourage I photoshopped, and I have the space that I just photoshopped. Okay? Those are the 4 files in the folder that you need to turn this in. Once you've done that, you can right-click on this, send to compressed zip folder. That will generate this zip folder right here. And if you check in here, you should see the exact same copy of everything that you had in the previous folder, except now it's in a zip file. So once you've done that, that's all of the project. So go ahead and submit that, and I'll see you guys in the next class.